It's an extraordinary occurrence here today. The game's been called off 2 minutes before kick-off. The right decision?
Yeah, I think so. We've been out there, we've warmed up out there. It's farcical, to be honest with you. I spoke to Hughesy after, and when the referee spoke to us, and I think it's one of them scenarios that, if they win the game, I've got the ump because it's a farce, and if we win the game, Hugh's got the ump because it's a farce. And the weather's horrendous. We looked at it. We spoke yesterday. We looked at it this morning. It hadn't quite arrived. We knew it was coming at sort of 2-3 o'clock, and it'd be referee's discretion. And the corner flags won't stay up. They put them up 3 or 4 times. They fall over, and according to the rules, it's an abandonment. And, as I say, I think it's the right decision. Going on that, going out there, it's not nice, and I think it would have been a farcical game for what looked like it was going to be a really good crowd here. So, we'll arrange the game again. Hopefully it'll be better weather. And I said last week, I think it'll be a real entertaining game when we play Hayes.
And it's frustrating for the players, for you, and also the supporters today, because these are the two reform teams in the division.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, part of me thinks, at least we can go with good weather and we can have a real good game. As I say, I keep saying I think it's going to be a real good attacking game between the pair of us. And I think they're in the same boat as us. But it would have been good, but I think the crowd was up, and looked like there's going to be 300-400 here today. So in that terms, it's a real shame to do it 3-4 minutes before kick-off. The referee said he was happy to start it, but he could guarantee he wasn't going to finish it. So I think when you make that decision, the only decision is right to call the game off, and I respect the referee for that.
So it's unusual we have a game called off here Tuesday night. We're supposed to be going to Paul, who can barely seem to play a home game at the moment. Yeah, I mean, got to feel for him a little bit, because obviously it's not them, it's the pitch and how it holds up to the water. And we've had a really horrid winter in terms of rain, not so much the snow and ice, it's been the rain this year. So we'll prepare that it's on. I know they'll try their hardest, they need it on, because they're going to be getting to a situation where they're going to be Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So they're going to want the game on, we want it on, and hopefully we can go there and have a positive performance. So we've lost a couple of players a week or two ago. What's happened to Andronicus Georgiou? We've not seen him for weeks now,
No, so Andronicus is still our player. Andronicus has got some personal issues that he needed to go away and deal with, and I totally respect that with the lad, and hopefully he's feeling better. I spoke to him this week, and he's starting to get the hunger back to play football matches. So I'd like to think we could see him in the next week or two. And it'd be great to get him back, because I do feel we're a little bit light in the wide areas. To have someone like Andron in your squad is a good player. You've seen that when we've had him. So hopefully we'll see. He goes back in at Stevenage on Monday, I believe. We'll have a chat Monday, Tuesday, and see if we can get him back in the squad.
We've got some tough games. We do get to play on Tuesday. Then we're at Salisbury. Then we've got Ballymore away. We've got all manner of games coming up. Is this squad strength big enough for you at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, I'm confident in all the players we've got. I feel that we have to be aware that we've got a real hard period coming up, and no doubt we're going to pick 1 or 2 injuries up. But as I said to you, we're not at that relegation battle yet, because it's not mathematically possible. But at the same time, I feel that we're in a really good place. I'm not going to panic if we pick up 1 or 2 injuries. I feel we've got enough on the bench there. We've got Luke there, we've got Luca, we've got Joe Howe, we've got young Tyreek. So we've got some very good players sitting on the bench there, and even Percy was on there today. So if we get 1 injury, we bring 1 in, and it's like for like. So I'm not looking to bring anyone in. Obviously we've made a big one today, and that's that.
So you mentioned a big new signing today. Do you want to talk us through who that might be?
Yeah, so obviously some of you will see. Yeah, he's in. For me, I think we've got obviously probably one of the best goalkeepers in the league.
Who is it?
Jonathan North from Wildstone. He's a lad that I've admired for a long time. We played against Wildstone last year at Bibbleswade, and he pulled off probably one of the best saves I've ever seen. He'd probably say he was lucky, but it was a fantastic save. I spoke to him before Christmas and tried to get him across, but it never quite materialised. We've had long conversations this week and the week before, and managed to get him over the line. It's a fantastic signing for the club. It's 18 months, it's exactly what I'm looking for. He's committed for the future. He feels that we're going in the right direction, and I'm really happy to have him. We've still got Riyadh, who's been exceptional for us, but we have to remember he's got international duty, and he is a loanee. So we've got great competition there. But to get someone of the stature of Northie and what he's done at Wildstone, and I think it's a massive coup for the football club.
So Jonathan, welcome to Silver Jubilee Park.
Thank you.
Why have you come?
Yeah, I think obviously leaving Wilson after 10 years, I needed to make sure sort of the next move was the right one for me. So I didn't want to. It's been about 4 or 5 weeks. Enjoyed a few weeks off. but I spent last weekend in the museum, so I thought I'd get back into it. But no, to be fair, like Lee says, this seemed like a good move for me, not just for this season, but for next, in terms of obviously the lads we've got here now, and yeah, building for next season. I think I spent a little bit of time in this league at Chesham, and sort of know what the league's about, and sort of looking at the calibre of players in the change room is more than good enough to sort of not just compete but go up. And I want to be part of something which I don't want to sort of bounce around and be here for the next 18 months and see what happens. So looking forward to next year. Still got plenty of games of this season left as well, sort of get a nice little run going into next season. I sort of think probably this stage last year we weren't that far off sort of where Hendon are now in terms of the playoffs. We obviously snuck in last day of the season, so we'll see what happens. Looking forward to playing and going to next year.
So you don't see this as a step down in class from where you were?
No, I don't think so. Obviously it's a league above or league below, but it's about, for me, going somewhere where you can enjoy playing your football, play a good level of football, play with a manager who sort of everyone I spoke to rates very highly, and yeah, sort of for me it's now it's a no-brainer and it's sort of the right move for me at this stage. Still got a lot to give and looking forward to sort of getting in the change room, playing some games, starting with apparently Tuesday night. I would have delayed it for a few more days if I knew we were at Paul, but yeah, looking forward to it.
Excellent.